Hi class, let's take a look at example 6. Now in example 6, the part that determines that this is a Poisson distribution is that, well, the event is given in a length term of technically 1 year, and then they want us to look at the interval of per day. So that's the part that actually tells us if it's not stated that it follows a Poisson distribution. The next order of business is to calculate the mean. Now, I'm going to provide just a decimal approximation, but all the calculations for the software, they're going to want you to use the exact value. So in this case, they're saying there's a total of 210, and then we're going to use the regular 365. So 210 divided by 365. And in this case, the mean, it's about 0.57. So 0.5753 low births per day. The problem's not actually asking, but if it did, in terms of the expected value, that would be the value of the mean rounded. So mu equal to the expected value. We would say that, well, 0.57 rounds to 1 low birth per day. That's only if they ask for the expected value. In this case, the 210 divided by 365 or the 0.57 would be 53 would be fine for the final answer. Now, for part B, they want us to evaluate that if on a given day, what's the probability that there's a total of 3 babies. So let me punch it in into the calculator. So we're just going to be activating, in this case, because it's asking for a single, the Poisson PDF. And what I'm going to use here so that you match with your with the software answers, in this case, we're going to use a 210 divided by 365 for the mean, and then they want 3 babies. So the code uses mu and the value of x's. So we're looking at 0.017 or 0.018 if we round to 3 decimal places. Let me write it up. I copied the code already. So in this case, this would be 0.0119 if we round to 0.179, I mean, or approximately 0.02 if we round to 2 decimal places. And let me just double check. 0.179 or 0.02 if we were to round to 2 decimal places. Remember that the code, if we're evaluating the Poisson for exact values, in this case x is equal to a numerical value, it will be the CDF, or if you are evaluating multiple ones, you would want to do the CDF and then go from there. So PDF for exact values and CDF for multiple ones. That's actually it for this one. The one that may be a little bit tricky is problem C. And this is because of the following. So they're asking that on any given day, there's at least 1 baby born with the low birth, and at least 1 represents, in terms of probability, 1 or more. So technically this portion here, I'm just using it because our upper bound is 210. So we would have to evaluate all of these. And technically, we're only using, or I'm only writing the 210 so that we have it as a reference, because that is the total number that we're getting here. But it doesn't mean that that 210 is actually in stone. It could continue. So technically, this portion will not be a possibility for us to evaluate in this format because it could just continue on indefinitely. What we want to evaluate is the complement. So the complement of greater than or equal to 1, it's technically 1 minus the event not occurring. The event not occurring is the probability of 0 babies with low weight. So in this case, we're looking at 0 babies with low weight. And then also another portion. Wait, I misspelled this. So it'll be GHT. And then another thing I wanted to mention is, well, the sum of all the probabilities. So in this case, this portion here, the sum of P of X represents the sum of X is equal to 0 plus technically X is equal to 1 plus all the way to X is equal to N. All of these add up to 1. So that's why when we're getting the complement, we subtract 0 from 1, and that's going to give us the actual event of greater than or equal to 1. So I'm just going to run it again. And in this case, once again, 210 divided by 365. And then events of 0, that's about 0.56. So our final calculation is going to be 1 minus 0.5625. So in this case, the complement, the way that we're evaluating it, 1 minus 0.5625, it's going to be approximately 0.4375. So for this one, we cannot evaluate it directly. Let me double check. 5625, rounding it to 4 decimal places, we would have to actually evaluate the complement. So at least 1 means 1 minus the probability of the event not occurring. So that would be 0. And subtracting the probability of X is 0 of 0 successes, it's going to give us the probability of greater than or equal to 1. That's actually it for this problem.